What up though? Welcome back to another episode of Reality Trash TV with Dollar Gills. I'm your boy Dollar Gills, and if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so we can be friends, so we can talk about Baddies West even more. Let's get into it, because this episode was spicy. Y'all, we're back at the dinner table where we left off in the last episode. You know, the one where Stunna tells Tommy and Biggie she wants smoke with both of them. I love Stunna for that. Tommy done hopped up off her seat, and so did Stunna because she's no punk, but security rushes in and makes everyone take a seat. Biggie's steady running her mouth and she's upset, but rightfully so, because Stunna pulled her card in front of everybody at the dinner table. Biggie starts mean mugging her from across the table and still continues to take shots at Stunna. There's some back and forth between the two at the dinner table, but it doesn't go any further than that. Meanwhile, Chrisean's sitting next to Natalie, and then she chooses to just dip her fingers in her mashed potato. Now, Natalie is better than me because I don't mind sharing my food, but don't you dare dip your fingers all in my food and then not even ask me first. Biggie's still upset and not ready to let the Stunna issue go because she gets her from the table while she's telling Chrisean she's treating her like a cornball and not Stunna, which we already know whose side Chrisean is on here. After dinner, the baddies are on the bus headed to the next gig. During the ride, everyone's chopping it up, but here goes Lo talking crazy and comparing them to mega superstars like the Spice Girls. Like, girl, no. Rolly and Stunna are finally having a moment, which is cute because just a couple episodes ago they were like slapping each other around and wanted all the smoke. Stunna feels like the girls don't have anything better to talk about because she's always a topic of discussion, which is true because all we've seen so far was everyone beefing with her, and honestly I don't think she deserves that. Lo now is making some sense when she's telling Biggie just to ignore it and be a boss. Biggie says she doesn't mind the sisterhood, she just wants everybody to eat, just not at her table. Y'all, I'm just ready for them to fight it out, and I mean really just let it all out and move past it because I'm just getting tired of hearing about this issue every episode. The baddies finally arrived at the club and it looks lit. The fans showed out again and it looks packed, and like Stunna said, it's ass to in that bitch. The baddies start performing, they're just doing their thing on stage, but two things stood out to me during this time. One, why does Tommy think she's a headliner? Two, why didn't Biggie just fire on Stunna on stage instead of just standing there with a stank face talking about if Stunna crosses the line, she's knocking her head off? Sure, Biggie. Sure. The baddies land in Portland now. While on the bus, I hated how Biggie came at DJ Sky talking about don't piss me off, acting all hard and demanding her to get in the back of the bus, and DJ Sky High didn't even check her for it. The conversation shifts to DJ Sky's booty meat and if it's real or fake, and she pulls her pants down just to prove that it's real. She do got a nice booty though. Then the energy kind of shifts between Natalie and Chrisean over a can of ginger ale. Chrisean thinks Natalie is being aggressive about the can of ginger ale, and it seems like Natalie's offended by it. Then we see Natalie start to go off about Chrisean offending her 5 times, and one of those times Chrisean called her old. To be fair, Natalie is older than Chrisean, but she ain't old. Natalie's pissed now. She's all in Chrisean's face, she's yelling, and the whole time I kept thinking, are you sure you want to do that, Natalie? Eventually, Natalie calms down and she goes on live on Instagram. Low key though, when Chrisean came in to join the other girls and starts to talk to Natalie, you could tell Natalie was ignoring her and didn't want nothing to do with her at that moment. Chrisean starts to warn Natalie that if she feels disrespected, she's gonna slap the shit out of her. As soon as Stunna Girl gets up and moves in front of the camera, Chrisean slaps Natalie while she's on live. Now, we've seen Chrisean in action before, and that wasn't like a slap, like I want to fight you slap. It was more of a love tap, just trying to get Natalie's attention. Natalie is heated now. She gets off the bus and just starts yelling to bring Chrisean off the bus. This is when it gets a little confusing. Scotty, her best friend, gets off the bus to check on her, and Natalie's just yelling, and then she starts pushing Scotty. She starts swinging swinging on her, and then the episode ends. Y'all, this episode started out medium spicy and it ended extra spicy. I like Natalie and Chrisean's sister-like friendship, but let's be honest, Chrisean is immature and it's probably Natalie's fault. Chrisean felt comfortable enough to dip her fingers in her mashed potatoes like that. I am over Biggie just in general, and I agree with Stunna that she's just a character. I wanted to like Biggie at the beginning of the season, but she just is not doing it for me. I wish Zeus had more cameras on the bus, cause how did they miss the most important part of this episode? I understand why Natalie was pissed, cause friend or not, don't slap me, but why did she take it out on Scotty like that? And why did Scotty just stand there? Like, at least push the bitch. What did you guys think about this episode? I want to thank you guys for tuning in on this episode of Reality Trash TV with Dollar Gills. I'm your boy Dollar Gills. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn the notifications on, you know, so we can be friends and we can talk about Baddies West even more. If you want to see what my life is like outside of YouTube, be sure to follow me on my Instagram account at Dollar Gills with 2 L's and a Z. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one.